So, just like state your name, like where you're from, a little bit, just about you.
I am Max Lieberman. I am an American Swede from London, and I'm over here in Savannah, Georgia, studying fashion design.
Okay, thank you very much. So, I mean, what we really want to focus on just for this interview is just kind of like how different people from different places have adjusted to Savannah. And I think one of the most common questions I've had is just, what do you think was the biggest thing you had to adapt to just coming to the States? Like, especially in Savannah, what do you think was the thing that made you feel most foreign, if that makes sense?
I feel like just daily general interactions. It's strange because it's almost like something that is in disguise because, we're all speaking English here. We're all understanding each other pretty bloody well. But, yeah, I feel like just the way in which people hold themselves, what goes on, the level of jokes, the culture here is so different fundamentally that it took a while. It was strange, being surrounded by people who were speaking English but still feeling incredibly foreign. I mean, especially given how people treated me just based on how I sound as well. It was an interesting experience, getting adjusted to just the different way in which people interact in their daily day-to-day lives.
Do you think there was anything about like the American dialects that kind of like caught you off guard? Like not necessarily something that like you didn't expect, but just like something that like when you heard it just did not feel right to you?
Yeah, I keep hearing this word, aluminum. It makes no sense to me. There's a whole syllable missing there. People also don't say football about the right thing, which is really confusing.
Yeah, I could see that.
Quentin, they're playing football with their hands. I'm confused.
So I mean, other than that, do you think there was something specifically about Savannah that kind of caught you off guard? Like not necessarily like Americans in general, but just about like here.
I don't know. I feel like I sort of knew what I was getting into in a way. There was, God, yeah, I don't know. I can't really put my finger on anything specific, but I think I was a little bit surprised at the level of politeness of the South specifically. People around here, just walking down the street, are very friendly, which is much like a very European thing, but not like a London thing at all. People are more head down, mind your business, stabs, don't. So many people walking around you and pedestrians and all of that it's hard to, wave and nod and be polite to everybody that you see. But, out here, walking down the street, you give a little nod to somebody, you make eye contact, you're very friendly, which, reminds me of, summers when I used to hang out with friends and stuff in Sweden, very just polite, neighborly culture.
So like you mentioned that you have a lot of association with Sweden. Does that ever feel like home for you, if that makes sense?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I have a really good connection to my Swedish roots because it was something my mum always really pushed. She wanted me and my siblings to be able to speak Swedish, spend time in Sweden, get to know our culture. And my dad being an American from New York, and him being the breadwinner of the family, he was never around enough to really push himself and his culture and his family. Very much sort of the traditional mum raising the kids and dad going off and making money. Plus, my dad can be a little bit socially awkward in certain scenarios and stuff. So it's just not in his DNA and mind frame to have pushed his life and where he's from as much as she did. But yeah, I would. It's weird. I don't really know what I'd say. I put first between English and Swedish, but I feel because my dad's lack of pushing American culture and where he's from, and even his religion, that I'm a little bit disconnected from my American side.
Oh, that's interesting. So do you feel like almost in any way that like being here and maybe even like meeting other New Yorkers kind of like almost got you in touch with those roots in a weird way, or like?
Yeah, I'm feeling more and more comfortable with it. feel pretty adjusted to America at this point. I mean, my accent's not fading away, and I'm starting to like understand, like know how to like interact with people better and better every day. You know, I definitely feel like I'm more in tune to being American, but I still feel like I'm still like a ways away from being fully fledged. But I'll get there eventually.
Okay, so does Savannah, how does that feel for you? Like, does that feel like home at all for you, or is it still kind of Sweden and London?
Yeah, Savannah's definitely built a special place in my heart at this point.
Would you say
Um,
more than other American cities, or?
Oh yeah, certainly. I mean, Savannah's going to hold a place in my heart forever. You know, it's the first town or city that I've moved to like by myself to like hold down life. Um, Wonderful place out here. You know, beautiful little town and everything. I mean, you and I both know that it could be a little bit dead out here at times, but
Yeah, of course. Coming from big cities too, that's definitely a thing.
mm-hmm.
So would you
Need more cinemas.
would you say you'd want to like stay here, or not even necessarily Savannah, but would you stay in the States, or would you want to go back to Europe at all?
It is a bit of a toss-up. I would love to be able to stay in America, move out to New York, LA, Miami. You know, get more of a sense of the city life, and you know, get a job, work my way up. I have no qualms about that. But yeah, you know, it's tough being away from home sometimes. Oh wait, sorry, I'm just getting a call. Wait, I'm just gonna.
Oh, hold on, let me pause this really quick. Okay, you're back. But yeah, no, I feel like you definitely need that experience just in the Americas, because like Savannah's such a unique place, you know, like being in a big city, it's just a whole different kind of animal, you know what I mean? But outside of Savannah, where in America would you say that like you kind of have enjoyed the most?
Oof. Miami or New York. You know, I've my grandma. She's from New York and used to spend a lot of time in Florida. So it's always been Miami or New York when we're flying out here to visit. You know, I love the city and the city up in the north and enjoying that sort of completely different American city angle. But then also going out to Miami, woof, that was a completely different experience. I mean, it's incredible how different these cities can be when they're somewhat close to each other.
No, definitely. But I do want to end it there. That's more than enough content. But thank you so much, Max. If you want to plug yourself or anything, feel free to.
Bumba Clark, keep your eyes open. The future's bright and mad things are on the way. Trust me.
All right, thank you so much, Max. Love you.
Love, bro.
Take care.